Mr. Dek Ingraham, here on the set of Turn of the Screw at the new Hazlett Theater, produced by Prime Stage. Tell us about this play.
This play is from one of the best ghost stories ever written. It's the story of the governess. She is a nameless character known only as the governess throughout the entire book. She is hired by the mysterious Victorian gentleman to take care of his niece and nephew who were orphaned by the death of their parents. And she goes out into the bleak English countryside and moves in and falls in love with the children, but there's clearly something very, very wrong in this house. So at this point, the question becomes, are there ghosts actually haunting the house, or is the governess losing her mind?
So it is a ghost story.
It is, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a story of a woman falling into psychosis.
Psychological thriller?
Indeed, because once this thing starts, it's just like a freight train, and things just happen and happen and happen, and the tension never lets up through the entire thing. It's a heck of a ride.
Wow. So about this production in particular, I mean, the show's been done a lot, many places over many years.
A lot of different versions.
So what is unique about this particular production here at Prime Stage?
What I love about this script is Jeffrey Hatcher is the playwright, and he has boiled it down to its absolute essential elements. It's an incredibly minimalist piece. It's acted by just two actors. The woman playing the governess is the governess throughout, and the actor portraying the man, as he's shown in the script, portrays all of the other characters, including the little boy and the housekeeper. And when I say minimalist, I mean minimalist. There are no sound cues throughout the show.
But the staircase is lovely.
Oh,
I have
the staircase
to say.
is beautiful. This entire set is incredible.
Yeah. I think I'm going to move in, I'm thinking,
I
where would I
know.
hang things? But it's lovely.
But even the sound effects are created by the actors on stage. So it's a very theatrical piece. And really the whole thing takes place sort of inside the governess's mind. One of the main important pieces of Turn of the Screw is it's the first appearance of the bad seed, really, the idea of the evil child. You didn't really
not
see that
Patty
before.
McCormick herself.
No.
All right. I was like,
yeah.
my ticket's bought.
Right. But that grew directly out of this tradition.
Wow.
The children's hour, that also came directly from this.
Creepy children.
Yeah, this is the first time you see it.
Children
which is
of
why
the
it was,
Corn.
Exactly.
There's another one.
So that's why
man.
it was so groundbreaking and really scary, because
And
children are supposed to be the innocent. We have Lissa Brennan, who is playing the governess, and she is just a brilliant local actor. People have seen her from Pittsburgh Irish and Classical to Quantum Theater. She's been all over the place, and she's fantastic, and I can't wait to see her in this. And we also have George Saulnier playing the man and multiple characters, and that's going to be a heck of a challenge, and I can't wait to see what he does with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Directed by Joe Warik.
Joe Warik, yes.
So the show runs, it's running now.
Yep, it is running now, and it runs through November 10th. It's at the new Hazlett Theater, and we can find tickets at primestage.org.
Excellent. What's next for Prime Stage?
We have added a reading series this year, which I have the pleasure to direct for Prime Stage, and the first of those is going to be right here on the Turn of the Screw set on November 8th.
Fantastic.
We are doing a series of ghost stories and horror stories from some of the masters, including Poe, Lovecraft, and a piece from Yeats, which is going to be cool. And we are using some of Pittsburgh's horror icons to do those readings. We have Mark Tierno, who was in Romero's The Night Riders and Day of the Dead. We have Adrian Fisher, who has been in such incredible films as It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want To, and Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
What a great resume.
Yeah. So it's going to be just an incredible evening. The others are actually outside of the regular season, and we're going to use those to mark some important dates, actually, that are happening this year. Ghost Stories actually coincides with the 45th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead, which is why we wanted to use Romero alums, which is going to be very cool. Also this year, not quite as a fun anniversary, we're marking the 50th anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy. So we're going to be doing a reading of his famous speeches. On the Turn of the Screw set, there's a variety of them, actually. Okay. We've got some poetry from Poe. We have The Telltale Heart, of course. We have The Outsider from Lovecraft. It's
this set is perfect for Poe.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
like
just
this is
incredible.
kind of how this is actually how I've always pictured that Telltale Heart house looking exactly like this, and now that I've made that connection, kind of creepy.
And we are so lucky we have David Crawford actually playing Edgar Allan Poe for us. He has a brilliant one-man Edgar Allan Poe play that he's toured all over the world.
I would love to see that because he would be excellent, and I'm sure that he is. But I need to see that. The production values, and that's huge. I mean, every show that I have seen at Prime Stage, it's not just dramatic, they're almost cinematic.
Yes.
You know, and I mean that as a compliment, because in some respects it could be taken maybe the other way. But just with those production values and that attention to detail and the way that I think Prime Stage likes to produce a story.
Well, the story is above all. Wayne really emphasizes story over all of this production value stuff, because if you don't have a story, you can have the most beautiful set in the world, and it doesn't matter.
And you know, for anybody that hasn't seen the theater, you know, black box a lot of time implies very small, intimate space. I mean, it can be that, but really, it's huge. And the one thing I love about here, because the ceiling is so high, I always know that it's going to be a towering set from like ceiling to floor. That gets you. That really grabs you.
Well, it just feels like a theater when you walk in. It's old and it's wonderful. It's been renovated, but you can feel the old the brick around you and sort of the weight of the years of the plays that have been done here.
And a very appropriate place to do a ghost story.
It's from the classic Henry James novel.
Oh, I was going to say Ghost and Mr. Chicken, which I am a little partial to, but...
well, we're no Don Knotts here. In some ways, we're the zombie city coming back from the death of the steel industry, if you want to get really meta about it.
That is meta. Their school went on a field trip to actually see a group of prisoners at a prison do a performance of No No Nanette. Now, picture that, okay? And it was an all-male prison. But I'm just picturing these diesel guys. I want to do a production of Grease, cast entirely with people over 75 years old. I was so bad. I was in that high school marching band for 3 years. I can't read music. I still can't read music. But with a trombone, you kind of just slide it around until you get there.
The veil is thin tonight.
Oh, pardon me.